Hi guys, welcome back. I just wanted to make sure that you all knew you needed to copy this example down before we moved on the video. If you haven't done that, please pause it and make sure you have that example copied in your notes. We're going to go ahead and start to talk about angle addition postulate, and that's all I'm going to cover on this video. Okay, so angle addition postulate, we know addition means to add. So for this postulate, we will be adding angles together. That's what angle addition means. So if you come to the inside, let's look at the definition really quick. The definition says, if K is in the interior of Hij. Interior means inside. So if you're an interior designer, you're going to be designing inside of somebody's house, okay? So interior. All right, so we're going to look at this angle here, and we're going to say that HIK, that's this one right here, HIK, plus KIG. If I add them together, what am I going to get? Well, if I add them together, I will get HIJ, which is this entire angle. So I'm going to put a mark on the outside. Okay? So if I add them together, I get angle HIJ. All right. So that means I could also put a 1 inside here and a 2 inside here and a 3 outside here because we're talking about 3 different angles. So I would say the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals the measure of angle 3. Remember, little m means measure. Okay? So we can think of it as there's 2 smaller angles that add together to make the whole big angle. So small angle plus the small angle makes the whole angle. Okay, we've got the small pink angle plus the small blue angle together makes the whole orange angle. Okay, so if we look at this first example here, this is the example that I'm giving you that's not too much algebra. It's just kind of like, well, what in the world is she talking about? How do I actually do this here? So it says the measure of angle ABD is 30. So I'm going to take my pen, follow ABD. Is that a small angle or is that the whole angle? That's the small angle. So that is a small angle, ABD, and we're going to put a little 30 on the inside there, 30 degrees. And then it says ABC. So ABC. ABC, is that the small angle or the whole angle? That's the whole angle. So we're going to put a mark on the outside, big arc on the outside, and they say it's worth 50 degrees. So I'm going to label that with 50 degrees. So if those two are my 2 angles I'm dealing with, I have one small and one big. So this DBC, that's the one I'm looking for. So I know that I'm going to call that X. So now I know 30 plus X is 50. The small angle plus the other small angle is the big angle. So 30 plus X equals 50. And I'm just going to subtract 30 from both sides. And we get that X equals 20. So that means that angle DBC is 20 degrees. Okay? All right, so let's move on to this next example here, and it's talking about some equations. So we're going to make sure we follow along. We've got 2 angles. We've got AOB and BOC, and they add together to make AOC. Okay, so let's look at what we got here. We've got angle AOC. AOC, that is the whole angle. So I'm going to put an arc on the outside, and they say that's worth 70 degrees. The big idea here is you have to label your pictures. If you don't label your pictures, it's going to be a lot harder to do. Okay, then it says that AOB, that's this angle right here, AOB. And they're saying that's half of 2x plus 20. Sorry, that 20 didn't make it on the same line. Don't be afraid that there's a fraction there. That's okay. It's going to be okay. All right. So I put how much that angle is worth inside. And then it says that angle BOC is X degrees, BOC. So I've labeled all of my angles with measurements. And now what do I know? I know that the pink angle plus the blue angle equals the orange angle, or 70 degrees. I know I can put equals 70 at the end. They equal 70 degrees. And I can add these two together. 1/2 of 2x plus 20 plus x equals 70 degrees. And now I'm going to pull out my foldable on page 7, and I'm going to decide how to solve this equation. So what do I need to do first? Well, I first need to distribute. So 1/2 times 2x and 1/2 times 20. 1/2 of 2x is x, 1/2 of 20 is 10, plus x equals 70. Okay? Now, I've distributed. Now I need to combine like terms. Are there any terms that I can put together that are the same? Yes, I can put x together with x, positive x. Make sure you highlight that too. So 1x plus 1x is 2x plus 10 equals 70. Do I need to move any x's into Texas? Well, only x's are on this side, so this must be Texas. And I don't have any to move, so I'm good. But I also know that the only thing I want in Texas is x's. So we got to get this guy out of there. So minus 10. So 2x equals 60. And then the last step is to divide or multiply. So we're going to divide by 2 and get x equals 30. Page 7 in your spiral is going to be super duper helpful for you in the future. All right, so page 7, don't forget. X is 30, so I'm going to put this up here, 30. And now I just need to figure out what AOB and BOC are. So BOC, that's this one. Oh, how lucky, it's already there. It's X. So I'm going to put 30. Now I can figure out what AOB is. I can say 1/2 of 2x, well, x we said was 30, 2 times 30 plus 20. And I can type all of that into my calculator, and that's going to get me my answer here. Well, I can also think a little bit. If this angle plus this angle equals the big angle, and I know the blue angle is already 30 degrees, then the pink angle is going to have to be 40 degrees. Okay, so either type this on your calculator or just subtract it from your total amount. Okay, because this is the angle addition postulate. So together, 30 plus 40 is supposed to make that whole angle 70. All right, good job.